With renewed determination, Fabiola and the man of God press forward on their journey, their message of unity, resistance, and faith spreading like wildfire across the land. The story of the Creole Mutiny, once a tale of a distant past, becomes the heartbeat of their movement, a symbol of hope and defiance. Everywhere they go, people speak of Madison, Washington, and the brave souls who risked their lives to seize their freedom, inspired by the idea that even the most oppressed can rise up and take control of their destiny. As Fabiola and the man of God continue their travels, their influence grows. Towns and villages that were once paralyzed by fear now rally to their cause. Their movement is no longer just an idea, it is a force, one that begins to shake the foundations of the powerful elite who have long profited from Africa's suffering. Yet, with their rise comes the inevitable backlash. A powerful conglomerate, an amalgamation of foreign interest and corrupt local leaders, sees Fabiola as the final obstacle standing in their path to exploiting Africa's wealth. They view her as more than a mere activist, she has become a symbol of resistance that must be crushed if they are to maintain control. They deploy every weapon in their arsenal to stop her, bribery to lure her supporters away, intimidation to sow fear, and violence to silence her message. But Fabiola, strengthened by the man of God's wisdom and the legacy of the Creole Mutiny, remains unshaken. She knows that the forces she faces are formidable, but she also knows that her strength comes not from physical power but from the spirit of the people who stand with her. The man of God, as always, is by her side, offering not just prayers but the calm reassurance that their fight is righteous. As tensions reach their boiling point, a climactic showdown looms on the horizon. The conglomerate, desperate to crush Fabiola's movement once and for all, deploys its full force. Mercenaries, corrupt officials, and local militias all converge on a key village where Fabiola and her supporters have gathered. It is clear that this will be the decisive moment, the battle that will determine the fate of their struggle. Fabiola stands at the center of it all, her heart steady as she surveys the forces arrayed against them. She knows this is more than just a physical battle, it is a contest of wills, a test of faith, and a fight for the soul of Africa. The man of God, standing beside her, speaks softly but with conviction. His words are simple, but they carry the weight of 1,000 years of struggle. Do not lose faith. We are fighting for more than just land or resources. We are fighting for the spirit of our people. The people, inspired by their leaders and the unyielding resolve that has carried them this far, prepare for the battle ahead. They are farmers, traders, mothers, and fathers, ordinary people drawn together by an extraordinary cause. Armed with little more than their courage and the belief that they are fighting for their future, they stand ready to face the conglomerate's well-armed forces. The battle begins, and it is fierce. The conglomerate forces come in waves, but Fabiola's supporters, though outnumbered, fight with a unity and strength that surprises their enemies. The story of the Creole Mutiny, now etched into the hearts of the people, fuels their resolve. They remember Madison, Washington, and the enslaved Africans who, against all odds, seized their freedom. That story, passed down through the voices of Fabiola and the man of God, has become their own. Throughout the battle, the man of God moves among the people, offering words of encouragement and prayers for strength. His presence is a reminder that their fight is not just about survival but about something deeper, the preservation of their dignity and the hope for a better future. Fabiola, at the front lines, leads with both strength and compassion, reminding her people that their greatest weapon is their unity. As the hours pass, it becomes clear that the conglomerate underestimated the power of the people's resolve. For every wave of aggression they send, the people stand firm, their spirits unbroken. The conglomerate, once confident in its ability to crush this movement, begins to falter. They cannot break the will of a people united by love, courage, and a shared belief in their right to determine their own destiny. In the end, it is not just Fabiola's leadership or the man of God's faith that wins the day, it is the collective strength of the people. Their refusal to be divided, their belief in a future free from exploitation, and their unity in the face of overwhelming odds prove more powerful than any weapon the conglomerate possesses. As the dust settles, the conglomerate is forced to retreat, its plans to exploit Africa's resources thwarted by the very people it sought to control. The victory is not just a military one, it is a moral victory, a triumph of spirit over greed, of unity over division. Fabiola and the man of God stand victorious, but they know this is not the end of their journey. The battle may have been won, but the fight for justice, dignity, and freedom is never truly over. There will be new challenges, new forces that seek to exploit and oppress, but they are ready. They have shown that Africa's true worth is not just in its gold and diamonds, it is in the spirit of its people, a spirit that cannot be bought or broken. As they stand side by side, Fabiola and the man of God look to the horizon, knowing that their work is far from finished. But with the lessons of the past and the strength of their convictions, they are ready for whatever comes next. Together, they have proven that the greatest victory is not won with weapons, but with the unity of a people who refuse to be divided, who fight not just for themselves, but for each other, and for the generations to come.